Alright, everybody, we are on day 3 on the learning Obsidian to build a concept map. So the goal is to make the vault organized enough for teaching and student use. And the tasks for today is first of all to read the official tags page. So let's do that together. Tags are keywords or topics that helps you quickly find the notes that you want. So we can add a tag to a note. So to create a tag, we need to enter a hash symbol in the editor followed by a keyword. For example, hashtag meeting. So you can also add tags using tag property. Tags in EAML should always be formatted as this. So we can do tags. Oh, so we put that 3 lines right there, and then we write tags and we write them as a list. And then we can find notes using tags. So they say we can use the search plugin. We use the search tag in the search operator in the search term, for example, tag meetings. You can also search for tags by clicking on them in your notes. To find notes using the tag view plugin, select tags, show tags in the comment palette, and then select the tag you want to search for. And tags can also be nested, so nested tags define tag hierarchies that make it easier to find and filter related tags. So to create nested tags, we can use the forward slashes in the tag name, for example, slash inbox to read or inbox processing. Oh, I didn't know that. That's kind of cool. So in search, tag inbox will match tag inbox as well as all nested tags. In tag view, nested tags are shown as belonging to their parent tag. In basis, nested tags are recognized by the hashtag function. So file.hashtag A will match both A and A/B. So tag format, you can use any of the following character in your tags: alphabetical letters, numbers, underscore, hyphen, forward slash, commonly accepted Unicode characters, including emojis and other symbols. And tag must be at least one non-numerical character. For example, hashtag 1984 isn't a valid tag, but hashtag Y and then 84 is. And tags are case insensitive. For example, tag lowercase and tag uppercase will be treated as identical, and tags can't contain blank space, so we need to use camel case or Pascal case or snack case or kebab case. Cool, so that's about tag. And when we get done with that, we gonna be doing check mark. Now I checked. The next one is read the official properties page. So we go here. This is the properties page. So the properties allow you to organize information about a node. Properties contain structured data such as text, links, dates, checkboxes, and numbers. Properties can also be used in combination with community plugin that can do useful things with the structured data. So to add property to a node, there are several ways to add a property. So we can use the add file property, we can use the command control plus, choose add file property for the more action menus, and we can just also like put that 3 lines on the beginning of a file. And once you add a property, a row will appear at the top of the file with 2 inputs: the property name and the property value. For the name, you can choose anything you like. Obsidian provide several default properties, tags, CC classes, or aliases. When you choose the property name, you can give it a value. So the property types: in addition to a name and value, properties also have a type. A property's type determines what kinds of value it can store and how Obsidian handles them. To change the type of a property, click the type icon next to the property name and select a different option. You can also manage property types using the Property View Core plugin. Obsidian supports the following property types: text, list, number, checkbox, date and time tags. Once a property type is assigned to a property name, all properties with that name across your vault will use the same type. Advanced uses, search properties. Properties have their own search syntax that you can use alongside other search terms and operators. So the template, you can add properties to templates. And when you insert a template to do an active note, all of the properties from the template will be added to the note. Obsidian will also merge any property that exists in your note with the properties in the template. So rename properties, we can rename it by right-clicking it in the all property views. For display modes, you can change the properties as displayed in your note by going to setting, editor, property in documents. So the options are visible, display properties to the top of the note if there are any hidden, hides property can be displayed on the sidebar where properties view, source display properties in plain YAML format. So we can also use CSS snippets. I don't know what that is, to change the appearance of specific nodes, and what is not supported are nested properties, bulk editing properties, markdown in properties. So there are some hotkeys. So we can add a new property by doing Command plus. We can navigate between properties. So we can do focus on next property, focus preview property, jump to editor, which is alt down arrow. To select property, we can extend selection upward by using shift up, extend selection downward using shift down, and we can do Command A or Control A. So to edit the properties, we can edit the name, the value, the focus. We can delete the properties. We can undo what we have done, and we can redo with Control Shift Z. So there are also, like, when we are going to be advanced, we can use move up with G, K, L, A, and we can do focus value on L, focus value on, with big A, focus value with okay. Create a property is O. So property format, they are stored in YAML format at the top of the file. This is a popular format that is easy for both humans and computers to read. And property names are separated from their value by a colon followed by a space. Well, the order of each name value pair doesn't matter. Each name must be unique within a node. For example, you can have more than one tags property. Text properties contain a single line of text. Markdown formatting is not rendered in text properties. Hashtags do not create tags when used in properties. Text properties can contain URLs and internal links using link syntax. Internal links in text properties must be surrounded with quotes. Obsidian will automatically add this if you manually enter internal links into properties, but be careful to add them when using templating plugins. So we can also have lists. So the list properties contain multiple values, and each value in a list appears in its own line preceded by a hyphen and a space. So the list value can contain text, numbers, internal links, and but we need to use quotes when we use internal links. Numbers. So number types properties must always be a literal number, not an expression with operators. Integers and decimals are both allowed. Checkbox. We can use checkbox. So we can have true or false. Okay. Dates need to be stored in these properties, and they said that that picker follows your operating system's default date and time format. We can change it in the system preference. So with the daily note plugin enabled, that property will additionally function as an internal link to the corresponding daily note for that date. Date and time. So date and time include both a date and a specific time stored in the following. That we go to the year, month, date, and then you put time to indicate T to indicate the time, and then you write the time. So we use my operating system's default format, but I can change it in my preference, which is like really neat. And for tags properties are a special property types used exclusively by the tags property. This property type cannot be assigned to other properties. Tag properties are formatted as a list with each tag on its own line preceded by a hyphen and a space. So tag, journal, personal, draft, the tags property is one of Obsidian default property. And then we can have GSON properties, and so we can have like tag journal published false, and okay. And Obsidian come with a set of default properties, tags, aliases, CSS classes, property for Obsidian Publish. The following default properties can be used with Obsidian Publish. I don't know what that is. So we can do publish, permalink, description, image, cover, and I don't think we should care about the deprecated properties because we will not be able to use them anyway. So we just read that, so let's put a check mark on it. Then they are asking us to read the official template page. Okay, so templates. So templates is a core plugin that lets you insert or predefined snippets of text into your active notes. So to set a template folder, we need to select setting and do core plugin, templates, template folder location to enter the folder containing your template. So last time when I was asked to turn on the plugin, I actually did more than I should. So I already selected the template folder. So that's in the setting and we go templates and here we are. We have this template as our template folder. We did that before. We shouldn't have done that, but we did. We did that. All right, go back here. They say template variables. You can add dynamic information to your templates using template variable. When you insert a template containing a template variable, template replace it with its corresponding value. So you can have like titles of the active notes, today's date. Oh, so current time. So proof date and time allow you to change the default format using the format string. To set a format string, add a colon followed by a string moment.js format token. For example, this you can use with format string in the same way. For example, you can change the defaults, date and time under setting core plugin template date format, setting core plugin template time format. So to create a template, we go to the template folder, you create a note containing the text you want to appear when you use the template. You can use template variables for dynamic text like the current date. For example, use a template for study notes. Topic date is the today's date course, and then tag studies, and we have the title and key concept, important details, example, questions, summary, related topic, and properties in document can override template variable that do not have quotation marks. To avoid this, edit template source mode or set setting, and we can always also insert a template into the active notes. So they said in the ribbon, select insert template, select the template to insert, add the cursor position in the active notes to insert the template using comment palette or a custom shortcut. Use the comment template. The content of the template is inserted at your current cursor position. If your cursor is not in the not body, the content is inserted at your last cursor position. So template properties, when you insert the template to the active note, all the properties from the template will be added to the notes. And Obsidian will also merge any property that exists in your note with the property in the template. Insert current date and time into the active notes. Use the comment template, insert current date, and template insert current time. To insert the current date and time at your current cursor position, like the insert template command, you can also perform this with the command palette or a custom keyboard shortcut. Ooh. And now we've did that official reading the official template page, so we're gonna be replace it with a check mark. And they asked set 10 template to your template folder. We did that last time, so check mark, and then create the template listed later in this file. So I think we already did that. We already copied everything from the template here, so we already have the template. We did that on day one, everybody. We did that on day one, and we already even like tried to use the template on day one. So they say apply the concept templates to at least 8 concept notes and apply the example template to at least 3 worked example and apply 3 misconception template to at least 2 misconception. So we are gonna go to the Obsidian to apply those templates. So here we are on Obsidian, and this is the concept. Accumulated change. Oh, we already did that. We did a shooter's node. Misconception. Ooh. New nodes, let's just say it. Thinking all function are continuous. I'm just remember something about this. So this is a misconception, so I can use a template of misconception. So yeah, thinking function are misconception. New note. Thinking the domain is always R. So we can go here and insert template, misconception template. Ooh, what we supposed to do again? Okay. They said that we need to, okay, concept template, we did that with 8 concept nodes, example template with 3 worked example, and to at least 2 misconception. So I'm gonna go here. And I don't have any example because I'm not gonna do any example today. Oh, example 1, maybe like 6.3 example 1. And I'm gonna be insert template. Creating those examples are like a task for another day. It's not our task for today. So work the example template. Problem, given information, method, solution, interpretation, business term, related concept, extension, questions. Yeah. Okay, so let's create another, let's say 7.4 example 2. And we can do insert template, work example template. Yeah, we know how to do that. So I think what we didn't, we did 2 misconception, we didn't do 3 or work example because we didn't even have any example. So let's just do this for the sake of doing it. So this, let's say 9.3 example 4. So we did all of this. We don't have the content yet because that's not the point. So we need to use these properties in notes, type, unit, difficulty, audience, status, tags. Oh, so I think we already have all of those recommended properties. We have the type, unit, difficulty, audience, status, tag. We can put date, and we can use general timelines that we know. When is it like generally given? Ooh, this is cool. Oh, you can do the example, that misconception type. Oh, so that's why we know like, okay, this is a concept. No, this is how we did it. This is how. Okay. Okay. So when you go the example now, oh, we use tag to say that they are examples. Okay. Can you get it now? Maybe this we cannot like sources. Where did they get this example from? I think I like that. Alright, let's go back here and see. Yeah, we can have status draft or okay. So they say these are the recommended tag. I think we are going to be doing those when we can do those when actually building the building the actual content, which I'm not going to be doing here because I'm going to just copy and paste what I already have. Alright, so we go here and we are going to put check mark in all of this. And we know how to use tag now, control tag vocabulary. We don't use random tag because you know what tags are. Yeah, tags classify nodes for links. Yeah, and we know we can now have working templates, and we can make a concept note quickly using a template. So that's it for day 3.